Coming up, another case of a deadly disease appears in South Georgia.
And the Georgia Department of Health issues a warning for consumers. Your News Valdosta starts now.
Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Ariane Griffin.
And I'm Joanne Ewell. The Georgia Department of Agriculture has announced another positive case of the Eastern Equine Encephalitis virus, also known as EEE in South Georgia.
A horse in Cook County has contracted the virus, making it the third confirmed case in South Georgia in the past 2 weeks. EEE is transferred by the host being bitten by an infected mosquito. The GDA urges you to take precautionary measures to reduce the risk of a mosquito bite. Symptoms of the disease include fever, muscle pains, headaches, seizures, coma, and even death.
The adoptive parents of an 8-year-old boy are suing South Carolina for a sex change that was performed during the child's infancy. The child was born with both male and female genitalia, but the male genitalia was removed at the time of birth. The parents say they were aware that they were adopting an intersex child, but the state said that it was a female. The parents are saying that South Carolina mutilated the child by choosing a gender. They say that violates the 14th Amendment. The 8-year-old has grown up identifying himself as a boy, and the parents feel that this is unfair to their child.
You might want to be careful the next time you're doing a survey over the phone. The Georgia Department of Public Health has received numerous claims about people receiving phone calls from a fake health department caller. The caller usually asks about race, religion, and ethnicity, and then tries to sell products and services. The phone calls are under investigation, but the Inspector General says he doesn't know what the real purpose of the scam is. Right now, the Health Department says it will never ask for religious or credit card information and will never try to sell services over the phone.
Chairman Mike Berlin of the Democratic Party of Georgia is stepping down. This comes after his fellow Democrats and Atlanta Mayor Kasim Reed urged him to resign. Reed said that Berlin's professional woes concerning a client were becoming a distraction for the party. Senate Democratic leader Steve Henson said he also supports the decision to step down.
According to a new poll, Georgia is one of 3 southern states that strongly supports background checks for firearms. Surveys from the Democratic firm Public Policy Polling determined that 60% of voters in Arkansas, 67% in Tennessee, and 71% of Georgia voters support universal background checks. Both Georgia Senators Zaxby Chambliss and Johnny Isakson voted against the bill for expansion of background checks. Altogether, the PPP polls surveyed over 1,500 voters in Georgia, Tennessee, and Arkansas about this measure.
Coming up, beachgoers get a warning about jellyfish.
And local weatherman Chris Jones gives us our current forecast. We'll be back.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Oh, that's low, that's low. That's low.
Look, he's blushing.
Seriously. Okay.
I love learning.
I believe in service. I am full of passion.
I embody sportsmanship.
I trust in my resourcefulness.
I like balance.
That's why I chose it.
I chose.
I chose.
I chose.
I chose.
I chose Division II.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. A majority of Americans feel that the United States is losing their religious influences.
This is the highest percentage that has been recorded in the past 40 years. According to the Gallup survey, 3 in 4 Americans strongly believe that the country's inhabitants are becoming less religious. 75% of those Americans claim that the country would be better off if it was more religious.
Many are heading to the gym for those beach-ready bodies this summer, but that's not the only benefit that comes with exercise. According to researchers, regular exercise can cure many ailments and is just the remedy for about any health issue. Getting your heart pumping alleviates anxiety, back pain, low libido, and a weak immune system, just to name a few. People who engage in physical activity for a total of 150 minutes per week are 65% less likely to feel tired during the day. There are many gyms in Valdosta that you can visit if you're looking to whip into shape or gain a health boost. Kinetics Health Club is one of those gyms located on Inner Perimeter Road.
June 2nd marks a day to celebrate for cancer survivors. National Cancer Survivor Day is celebrated on the first Sunday of June every year and is a celebration of life after cancer. This year's Valdosta celebration will take place at Mathis City Auditorium from 2 to 3:30 p.m.
Summer is here, and if you plan to travel the beach, Florida lifeguards give warning to all incoming beachgoers. Jellyfish have become one of the most prevalent dangers in the waters. Lifeguards across Brevard County have had 50 stings from this past weekend alone. A strong onshore wind is bringing in high surf, which produces more dangerous marine life. Lifeguards say there are many types of lotion that can help prevent stings. They also suggest that pantyhose can protect the skin from jellyfish stings. Visit the Red Cross website for more information.
With more people heading to the beach, everyone is keeping their eyes on the weather.
Our own Chris Jones has a look at our hot and humid weather forecast. Chris?
Thanks, Ariane. Taking a look at your local weather, we have a great night on deck for tonight. A low of 68 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Just beware, we'll have some winds getting up to 15 or 20 miles per hour. So, if you're going to have a picnic or anything, be aware of that. Tomorrow will be another hot one, 91 degrees the high, partly cloudy skies. Those winds will remain, so get out and enjoy some sunshine because we could see some scattered showers in the area as we move later on into the weekend. Taking a look at the UV index tomorrow, it is another scorcher. 11 is the high. That is extreme. Skin damage is possible in a very short amount of time, so make sure you cover up, wear sunscreen, wear protective clothing. Just take care of yourself if you're going to have some time on the beach or just outside in general. The pollen index tomorrow is again at a medium. And notice grasses is a predominant pollen, so if anyone's cutting grass or anything like that, it really could ruin your day, so make sure you take some precautionary measures and keep yourself healthy. That's it for your weather, and back to Ariane and Joanne at the news desk.
Thanks, Chris. Coming up, the Braves had a bad night on the baseball diamond.
Zal Buckingham joins us with sports when we come back. Stay with us.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. No NBA action last night, but plenty of action elsewhere in sports.
Our own Rizal Buckingham joins us from the Sports Center. Rizal?
Thanks, Ariane. In baseball, Blue Jays took on the Braves, and it was a tough batting day for the Braves as they struck out 11 times and gave Toronto their second shutout this season. Juan Perez closed the game and sealed the 3-0 victory for the Blue Jays. Texas, however, had a different turn of events. There were no home runs, but still plenty of action last night at the Rangers ballpark in Arlington. Here you can see why. A severe thunderstorm postponed the Texas Rangers-Arizona Diamondbacks game. Gusty winds nearly blew the tarp right off the field. The ground crew managed to get things under control, and team officials say that no one was hurt. Both teams say the game will be made up later this season. Last night, Team USA Soccer took on Belgium in the international friendly match. Belgium proved to be entirely too much for the Americans as they were defeated 4-2. Team USA will play Jamaica, Honduras, and Panama in the World Cup qualifiers next month. Game 7 of the Western Conference semifinals between the Blackhawks and the Red Wings picking up the action in the second period. Blackhawks on the fast break, Patrick Sharp with the wristler to make the score 1-0. Less than a minute into the third period, Detroit clears the puck at center ice. Nyquist with the cross-ice pass to Henrik Zetterberg for the game-tying goal. Chicago with a chance to go ahead late in the third. Detroit turnover at the blue line. Nicholas Jalmason, with a hard shot for the goal, but it's waved off as a penalty for roughing is called on both teams. The game will go to overtime. Detroit turns the puck over at center ice, and Brent Seabrook ends up with it and walks right into the score of the game-winning goal to eliminate the Red Wings. The Blackhawks will face the Kings in Western Conference Finals. In boxing news, Floyd Mayweather announces his upcoming fight with Saul Canelo Alvarez on September 14th at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. The two undefeated fighters have not yet decided what weight class the bout will take place, but reports suggest that it will be at a catch weight of 152 pounds. Fans eagerly await how the 22-year-old Canelo and his powerhouse style can take on Mayweather's 17 years of speed. And that's what's happening in sports. Back to Ariane and Joanne in the news desk.
Thanks, Rizal. Coming up, the Theater Guild Valdosta is searching for stars.
And the Summer of Hope Festival kicked off this past weekend. We'll be back.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment, and that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
Valdosta State University.
Quality academics.
Caring faculty mentors.
A beautiful campus.
Opportunities for involvement, leadership, and service.
Championship athletics, spirit and pride.
Discover your opportunities.
Valdosta State University.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. If you're looking for something to do this week, don't forget Downtown Valdosta Farm Days on the Courthouse Square this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Also, the deadline for the annual Valdosta People's Choice Photo Contest is tomorrow at 6 p.m. The photo contest gives Valdosta residents the opportunity to submit up to 5 entries of their best photographs taken within the city limits. The opening reception for the People's Choice Photo Contest will be hosted at the Annette Howe Turner Center for the Arts, June 10th at 6 p.m.
The revival of vinyl is in full swing and it won't be stopping anytime soon. News Valdosta's Allison Brooke has more on this returning music trend.
In today's digital age of iPods, MP3s, and streaming online music, no one could have predicted the latest cultural phenomenon, the vinyl revival. As record companies note the sharp decline of CD sales, vinyl sales have increased 17% since last year, as teenagers and adults alike are rediscovering the joys of the format. Fans are quick to point out that record collections are very personal and offer people the chance to own a physical copy of their music, along with the album cover's artwork. Bands are encouraging this trend by releasing their new music on vinyl. To learn some more about this new fad, we spoke with local business owner Jessica Donaldson of Red Door Records.
Vinyl obviously has been around for years, I mean decades, well, long time, you know, like your parents, your grandparents listen to vinyl. Valdosta is a town that's growing, and with VSU, we always need businesses that appeal to those students in that age group. So I thought a record shop would be perfect in Valdosta. Give people something to do, something to come down, spend a lot of time, look through the music. The really cool thing to me is that new music, like current music, is being pressed on vinyl again. So stuff like MGMT and then Yeah Yeah Yeahs, like brand new stuff is on vinyl, so current releases. So you can come down here, you can pick out, you know, an old record from somebody like Bob Dylan or the Beatles, or like, you know, some of the great stuff from the 70s, 80s, and then you could also pick up current stuff. So it's not all about, you know, the oldies, it's new stuff. We've got several things that are reissues from the 80s and 90s, but we've also got a lot of stuff that was released in the past couple of years.
And it's easy to see that the resurgence of vinyl is in full swing. Be sure to check out Red Door's new location on Mary Street and pick up a few records for yourself. With News Valdosta, I'm Allison Brooke.
Theater Guild Valdosta is searching for a cast for 9 to 5 the musical. Auditions will be held next Monday and Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. at the Dosta Playhouse. Those auditioning are asked to prepare 32 bars of a Broadway-style song, which showcases vocal range while singing in a cappella. Candidates will also be asked to read from the show scripts. A current headshot is required to audition. Auditions for all shows are open to the public and no prior stage experience is necessary.
Mathis City Auditorium was full of rockin' sounds and good vibes on Friday for the first Summer of Hope Music Festival. News Valdosta's Allison Brooke has more.
Friday evening, Mathis Auditorium was home to Metalheads and Good Hearts for the first Summer of Hope Music Festival. Many young rock enthusiasts showed up to enjoy local bands and make a difference. Band paraphernalia and snacks were on sale for purchase. Over 10 local bands were in attendance.
Well, we're a rock and roll / hard metal group, hard rock group called Hall of the Elders. We're a 5-piece, and we started in 2013 at the beginning of the year. For this show, we were contacted by Avera. They're the band that's hosting this show. This is their first show, and they're pretty big already. And this is only our 3rd show, and they were like, hey, we need some local hardcore bands to play at this music festival we're doing, and I was like, sign us up, and that's how we got here.
The show's called the Summer of Hope Festival. We chose Mathis Auditorium just because it's like, you know, the most official place, you know, we could really think of that had all the commodities we needed and everything. This is our first show. I'm in a band called Avera, A-V-E-R-A. Basically, we wanted to have a good first show that had a lot of people, but we also wanted to give back and give something to something bigger than us. So, you know, the children's home is something that really hits home with me. For the Raintree Village Children's Home. So 15% of everything goes to them, and then we're also accepting donations for canned food and things like that. There's lots of local bands around. You know, there's 11 or 12 playing today, and we just wanted to give them all a chance to play on a big stage. You know, a lot of times we get stuck playing in little houses and stuff like that. So we just kind of wanted to do something bigger than what's been done here in the past couple of years, you know.
The Summer of Hope Festival was a success here at Mathis Auditorium, and it shows that these heavy metal kids have heart. With News Valdosta, I'm Allison Brooke.
A man who attempted to sell his portion of heaven on eBay has had his auction pulled. R.A. Mandel listed the item as a joke on Tuesday morning. Mandel said he will remain free from sin so that his spot in heaven would remain open. Bidding began at 99 cents. However, eBay pulled the item after over 180 bids drove the price to $100,000.
Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Joanne Ewell.
And I'm Ariane Griffin. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.